Here we are back again, everyone. Unapologetically significant. Coming at you today. Bright and sunny, beautiful day out
It
there.
is beautiful.
Temperature's just right.
It is.
Oh,
I
I'm
feel like
feeling good.
an episode of Goldilocks. Like it's
Yeah,
too hot, it's too cold. No, this is honestly just right.
exactly. And you know who we are, Rich and Shelley. So thank you again for all the comments and hits and likes and all that stuff. We do appreciate it. And, we feel an obligation to keep giving you our best. So
Absolutely.
that's what we're going to do today.
Yep, absolutely. So keep the questions coming. We appreciate it. It kind of gives us some dialogue and giving you what you're asking for. We don't want to have these frivolous conversations about what we think is important.
Right,
Although
right.
this is our therapeutic session. And you guys are invited. But no, we want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So with that being said, we are
I'm going to get the frog out of our throat first. And we're going to talk about supplementation a little bit because there's some data that came out recently that says there's roughly about 100,000 different supplements out there.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
A lot.
That's a gaggle of, of
hmm
supplements.
And trying to decipher which ones are good, which ones are bad, which ones are for you, which ones are for your kids. Like it's a
Mhm.
lot of research and data and trust
Yeah,
that has to
yeah,
happen. So what
exactly.
are these reports saying?
These reports, excuse me, are basically saying that 200 times a day, on average, each person sees an ad about supplements. 200 times a day.
That's a lot.
So, excuse me, when you're scrolling through Instagram, whatever, you always see it. It's on there.
Mm.
You may scroll right past it, but it's on there and you see it. Just a barrage of all different kinds of supplements. Everything from, take this beet, whatever, it'll drop your blood pressure from 200 to 115.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you see all kinds of stuff on there. And some of it's legit, some of it isn't legit. So then the question becomes, you know, how do you quiet the noise, and how do you know what to take?
Yeah. Quieting the noise is key across the board, regardless of what it is. But mainly when it's with us talking about health and longevity and how to make how to be better at whatever it is we're doing, that is going to be key to quiet the noise. And that is a not such an easy task in
No,
today's
no,
world
it's
where
not.
we're constantly on our social medias,
Yep.
or online. We're doing something that's just the way we interact nowadays. So that in itself makes it a little bit more challenging than
Mm.
normal.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
yes, I would love some tips on that because I know I get, obviously it's about what you're kind of gravitate towards. So
Mhm.
I get a lot of hair products, I get a lot of detox, herb stuff. Like AI is a gift and a curse. It knows
Mhm.
exactly how to catch my attention.
Yeah, yeah,
But then it's really breaking down like, how do I know what to take?
yeah, yeah, I one way I look at it is, it's like late night ads that come on TV.
With all the side effects?
Yeah,
The
all
guy
those
said, "Da,
yeah,
da, 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 da," and then you die. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"What?"
All the skincare products, it's gonna turn
Mm,
it silky smooth and all this
mhm.
kinda jazz. I always think, why does that come on later in the evening? And there's probably a myriad of reasons and reasons I don't know, but this is the way my brain works. I'm like, if it was that good for people, you should be doing well and should be able to get closer to prime time instead of
Mhm.
nighttime, bedtime.
Oh,
And I think the same way about social media. Well, if you got to keep bombarding this thing on social media, obviously you're trying to get people to buy it.
mhm,
That's okay. But if it was that good, people are already buying it.
mhm.
And you wouldn't need to put it on there all the time. So that's just the kind of way my brain works. When I see something on there, especially if they got that little thing shop, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because now I got to watch a video for who knows how long. And then that's going to take me somewhere else where the real deal is. because they're trying to get me to understand why this is so great and what blah, blah, blah. And, that takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time, and then you have to think about, not to even spiral down the marketing spiel of it, but there's a marketing piece. Like you have to
Mhm.
stay on. If you can get the customer to stay on this long, that
Mhm.
you win. But
Right.
if you get them to click and go over to the next page, because it's
Yeah.
all about
Yeah.
get the clicks. It's
Yep.
all about the clicks,
Yep.
not necessarily the product.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, it is, but it isn't. But a lot of this is just really heavy marketing.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
you don't know what you don't know. So sometimes I appreciate the marketing, but when I'm inundated with it, it's a
Yeah.
little frustrating. And then,
I don't like to be got.
yeah,
Now you see it? Yeah. Now you know.
yeah.
It's like playing the shell game. Huh? Which shell is it under?
3 card
You missed
Monte.
it. Oh, jeez,
Yeah.
again. No, no, no. So, um, I don't know. I think that, you know,
I think you said it first a while ago, and he says it often, you guys, and I'm going to mess this up, but you have to know what's broken to fix it, right? You just can't
mhm,
assume I have a stomach ache, so oh, it's acid reflux. Well, is it, or
right,
could
right.
it be something else? Could it be, your digestive juices? Could it be some inflammation? Could it be stress? Could it be this? Could it be that? But
Test, don't
that's
guess.
what it is. Test, don't guess. Test, don't guess. So it really comes back to that. To like
Right,
the foundation of it is you have to get tested to know what could potentially is an opportunity for you to fix or be better at. I'm not going to say it's a problem or you're
right,
broken because
right.
that ain't it. It's just you're getting given an opportunity to be better at something, and that's
Yeah,
internally.
yeah.
So you got to start with that. Okay.
And you can't be you know, uh, too many people jump on the popular bandwagon.
Yeah, yeah. Because we're inundated with it.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
said it. Like we're flooded with like, oh, my skin is not perfect. My pores are too big, so now
Yeah.
I need this cream and this ointment,
And,
which
"Oh, I gotta take this, and I gotta take that. Ooh, that says it's," it turns back the clock of time.
mhm,
"Oh, I give me 2 bottles of that
yeah,
because I wanna be younger." I was
yeah.
like, "Nah, stop,
That's not
stop."
how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's not how it works.
No, it really isn't. You gotta you need an understanding of the body, and we're not gonna get into all of that, but the fact that that marketing piece that you talked about is so powerful.
Mhm.
So powerful. I mean, colors that get you all excited and
Yeah,
then this and that. And you just can't fall for all that stuff. You gotta take a look at yourself and say, where am I at right now? What do I want to improve? I want to improve my overall health. I want to improve my eyesight. Do I want to improve this? I do that. I mean, segment it down. It's not
right.
like taking this all on at one time because the key thing is targeted supplementation.
Mhm.
And what does that mean?
Targeted is the key word, but go ahead.
Supplementation that you need for a particular part of your body.
Mhm.
And that's the only thing you're addressing. You're not addressing the whole thing. And how are you going to know what to target if you don't test?
Right.
And I mean, that's a stickler with me.
Mhm.
You gotta know.
It's like planning a trip. You guys are going to the beach, but you don't have any directions whatsoever. You just know it's that way. That's it. You done packed
Somebody told me it's that
yeah, I
way.
don't even definitively don't know that it's that way, but I heard it's word on the street is you go west and you hit the ocean, right? It's the same thing. Like you have to be intentional with the planning of it.
Hmm.
And it's pretty simple. I mean, you get tested, they give you the paperwork, you look it at, you talk to your doctor, and you figure out what the breakdown is, and you talk to your supplementationologist person to figure out where do you start. Because with most of us nowadays, we're not getting the nutrition that we should be. Period. Be just
Despite having a world-class chef that can make some of the best food, but she only can work with the resources she has.
exactly. So, and we have to be able to pivot around that. So, if we know that we're not getting all the nutrition here, we know we have to bridge that gap. How do we do that? With supplementation. Once you figure out what is going on with you, then you figure
Mhm.
out, okay, where do I start? Do I get on the freeway? Do I take the side roads? Is there construction? 9 times out of 10, there is. So we need to be able to navigate those waters. And it sounds very scary, right? Like you're going into the unknown. And the
Mhm.
brain, we can go into psychological point of that. It doesn't like the unknown. It wants to be safety.
Right.
It's safety or fight or flight,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So we kind of there's all these elements that play into it, but when you really scale it back, it's and break it down to remedial level,
Mhm.
right? You gotta feed the muscle that you want to grow,
Right.
right?
Right.
So supplementation is gonna feed what's compromised. I don't want to say it's broken, but what's compromised.
Yeah.
So we want to
Yeah.
feed that to make that stronger, and then we move on to the next one.
Right.
Then we moved
Right.
on to the next one. But I'll let you talk about that because that's your specialty. Sorry.
Well, thank you. Um, a lot of people I know are hung up on supplementation. Oh, this stuff don't work and this, the other thing and blah, 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 blah. Well, probably because you're not taking the right thing, number
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
Um,
Or is the whole planting the seed of corn and then digging it up to make sure it's still there? Like, you gotta be consistent.
yeah.
Like, you gotta just water the
If
plant.
you don't open the bottle,
Oh, Lord.
it
You
really
talking
don't
to
work.
somebody out there. He is I know who you talking to. It might be me, actually.
The energetics of it are really not going to flow
Osmosis.
from that bottle into you. It doesn't quite work that way. You actually have to ingest it. And I know that's not the easiest thing. I mean, I have days where I forget to take stuff, you get busy and whatnot. But more often than not, I'm taking it every day. So let's start
Yeah.
there. Got to take it. You got to be consistent. If we go back to pharmaceutics, okay, people
Yeah.
take pharmaceutics in a heartbeat. The doctor tell them, oh, you need to take this for some reason. All of a sudden, they become the emperor, and oh, I got to take that. I'm gonna take it every day.
Mhm.
You give them some supplements. Well, I'm gonna try and take those.
Mhm.
Well, understand how they work. Pharmaceuticals, number one, force your body to do whatever it's working on.
Mhm.
It's going to force it, whether your
So
body wants to do it or not.
so it gives you a quicker response because it's shutting down or forcing the body to do something. So we, you and I, take that on like, "Oh, it's working."
Hmm.
But is it really? Just
Right.
because you're getting a quicker response, it's like if I punched you in the eye, you're gonna say "ouch"
Hmm.
immediately,
Yep.
right? It's
Yep.
kind of that same thing.
And to that point, it's kind of like some of these weight loss products that are out there.
Mhm.
Oh, I lost 10 pounds in a week. Well, it's because it choked your stomach off,
Yeah,
screwed up your digestion and your liver and everything else, but you lost the weight.
yeah. It's aesthetics, the optics. We get it.
Yeah.
We're human.
So,
We're superficial. We like the way things look.
yeah. Yep.
Not necessarily the way they taste or what it really is. It just gives us another way to mask what's really going on,
Right.
and that always comes back to bite you.
Yeah. So, pharmaceutics, they force the body to do something that it's not ready to do. It's not fueled to do. Forced to do it, get quick results. Herbs. Get into the world of herbs. Everybody's, a lot of people are into herbs, and that's fine. It's perfect. Herbs are great. Okay. Understand how herbs work.
Mhm.
Herbs work with the body. So if you haven't taken a particular herb for at least, I want to say 45 to 60 days,
Yeah,
more like 90 days,
yeah. 60 to 90.
you're not going to
Yeah.
see anything. Oh, this herb doesn't work. Well, have you taken it for 90 days or
Mhm.
not?
And are you taking the right amount?
Yeah. Oh, bingo,
Yeah,
bingo.
because sometimes the suggested amount is not the therapeutic amount.
Right,
So,
exactly,
anyways, we'll talk about
and
that
the
later.
therapeutic amount is usually substantially
Higher.
more. So, on all of these things, that recommendation on there is just
Base level.
base level.
That's a C student.
Yep, see, barely.
Yeah. You're get this.
Just got that paper in, so you gotta see.
Mhm.
So understand how they work. Now, if you go into supplementation of whole food supplements come from food,
Mm,
not synthetics and all
mm,
this other jazz that can come from made in the lab, all that stuff. Now, these are actual foods, okay? They go in the body. They're working with the body. So it's not hardcore pharmaceutics. It's not herbs. It's kinda in the
It's a
middle.
hybrid.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm,
it's kinda in the middle. And, generally, it doesn't take as long,
mhm,
but the key is you got to take them.
mhm.
So, the big debate on supplementation, "No, I don't see results." Okay, I'm trying to think how to put this without going, 10 minutes on it. Basically, you've got to be able to digest food.
Mhm.
That's the big one. You gotta digest food. Otherwise, your body's not getting the nutrients to do what it needs to do.
Pause. Let me just say this really quick. And when he's saying digest food, he's not just about eat a balanced diet, eating the food. Okay. Eating the food is the part of the process. Digestion happens in the stomach where it breaks down the food with and washes with all the digestive juices and the agni, and then it pushes through and then it gets absorbed. All those minerals and vitamins and all of that gets absorbed. That's what he's referring to.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
carry on.
I'm glad you brought that up
It's like,
because
"I'm eating?"
it
Like, "No, that's not what we talking about, boo. That's not it."
I'm glad you brought that up because when we talked about, whenever it was, a couple weeks ago, the tongue and what it
Mhm,
looks like, boy, we got more hits on that thing. I know people were shocked. They're like, "Tongue, let me look at my tongue." "Ah."
mhm, yeah.
"Oh my god," he said. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's what I'm talking about. And so you do have to absorb those nutrients. So, okay, let's say you've got, let's say you got high blood pressure, and people that have high blood pressure that know about it, that have been to a doctor, usually they're on some kind of beta blocker, some kind
mhm,
of hypertension medication that's forcing your blood pressure to go down. Now it needs to be down. Now that doesn't mean all of you just stop taking it.
yeah,
I'm not saying
don't
that.
do that.
Okay, don't do that. There is a point to this. So when you take that medication and it starts blocking certain receptors and adding flexibility to the actual vessels in there so they can dilate, open up, pressure goes down. Most of them come with a diuretic so that you can flush the kidneys out, not have retention of water and bloating and all that kind of stuff. All right. So that's a drug that does that. So what people will see is, scrolling through my Instagram or whatever. Oh, Hawthorne. Hawthorne is great for blood pressure. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let me go out and buy some. So they go out and buy it. Number one, you got to know what to buy.
Mhm,
And the Hawthorne is made up of, I think, three parts.
mhm,
And you need all three parts. You need the stem, I think it's the root and the flower. You need all of those in that formulation, but a lot of stores only sell one of them.
yep.
So you're not getting what you think you get. Okay. So anyway, they go out and they buy this Hawthorne. They haven't done the research on it. And they buy it, and then it's not working. Couple of reasons couldn't be working. Say you bought you lucked up and you bought the right stuff. Okay. You got all three in there, everything, is good, and you take it and you don't see any change in your blood pressure. Blood pressure is a pretty complicated thing, but I'm gonna get real simplistic with this. If you're not able to ingest foods completely, you're not getting the bang for your buck.
Right.
You're just not. You're not absorbing it, and the dollars are going to waste, essentially.
And you're getting frustrated because
Yep.
you're
Got your
working
hopes up.
yeah, you got your hopes up, you read all the things and you're practicing this one thing and you have all your eggs in this basket that it's gonna be the cure all because you do wanna come off the pharmaceuticals.
Mhm.
And now you're disappointed because it didn't work. Well, it's not the herb or the supplement that you're taking, it comes back down to the digestive system.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you absorbing?
yeah,
Are
yeah.
you processing properly?
That's the key thing.
And
You
there's a
got
large percentage of us that are just we're not. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like it's just not, and I keep saying this, but in today's day and age, unless you're very intentional about that, it's not happening.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
It's just
yeah,
not.
yeah,
I'm not trying to be doom or gloom. This is just a reality of the world that we live in.
yeah, yeah.
It's just not. So now you have to be intentional about it. Now, if this is something you really want to improve or get better at, or just live your optimal life,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And stop wasting your money on all these, wish I coulda magic spells and magic potions, and get straight to the what will work.
Right.
But you have to work it. Work the plan. The plan works. Work
Yep.
the plan. The plan works. We're so quick to like get sidetracked and be like, yeah, I changed my mind. Or,
Mhm.
no, it didn't work in the 30 days. I'm only going to
Right,
give it 30 days.
right.
It's like, that's not the way it works.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
understanding not only where you're at, but what the process looks like, what entails the entire process and what good looks like for you.
Right, right.
That's also essential to make it to the next level of this health game.
Yep. And when you look at, you know, digestion, the body's giving you signs all the time, all the time. If you eat something, if you eat a meal, and then a few minutes later you feel tired and
Mhm.
take a nap, bing, bing, bing. I mean,
Red flag.
that's a 10 alarm fire going
Mhm.
off. You got a problem there.
Mm.
You've got that. You've got feel a little bloated
Oh, yeah, as soon
afterwards.
as you gotta lean back to pop open that
Yeah,
button, loosen up that belt, fine.
that's a sign. You've got of course the constipation issue. If you're not going every day, you got a problem and you need to address it. You've got belching. A lot of people eat a meal on some. Oh, that's because my stomach was empty.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
that's not it. Nice try.
It's just that gas that's being produced
Mhm.
because you're not digesting well. So the body's going to give you all these signs. If you eat protein, you eat whether it's meat, whether it's protein powder, a shake, whatever, and you kind of feel a little whatever afterward. Your digestive system is not working because protein is one of the hardest things to break
Yeah, it
down.
is.
So your body's really working hard at that point in time. So you got to be cognizant of these signs that it's giving you, because if you're going to try and get healthy, and you got the right supplements, you got the right this that, eating her food and everything's all good. Well, you got to be able to. It doesn't do any good to buy a car and leave it in the garage.
Yeah.
It just don't make no sense.
Mhm.
So, eh, when you're doing the right things, you gotta make sure that in the beginning, things are going right, okay? Now, you go out and get in the car, you don't have keys, you ain't going nowhere,
Yeah.
okay? Don't put the garage door up, you ain't going nowhere, okay? No gas in the car, you ain't going nowhere, okay? Digestion not right, you ain't going nowhere, okay? And that's just the way it is.
Mhm.
You can argue it, this, that, and other thing, but what does it boil down to?
And it just boils down what it boils down to is you caring enough about yourself to do something different,
Mhm.
or to
Mhm.
to intentionally try to understand what's going on. Like, so, it's just like the car analogy. Like the check engine light comes on, like, now my car, I could just turn it off. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'll get to it. Turn the light off, and then I go a couple more miles, and 50 miles later, the light will come back on.
Yeah.
So that our body is constantly giving us signs. We're choosing to ignore them. At
Mhm.
some point, hopefully before the engine blows up, or your heart gives out, or you have high blood pressure, you have a stroke, or all these things, a myriad of things that could happen, is that you just wake up and say, you know what? I'm scared, and it's okay to be
Mhm.
scared.
Yep.
I'm gonna test. I'm gonna talk to my doctor. I'm gonna find out what's really going on, and then you can come up with the plan to then navigate how you're gonna get to that next level. How did it get out of this deficit? Because life is too short to be walking around here miserable.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
like we got enough going on in this world to to figure it out, to finally say, you know what, all this shit is going on. The least I can do is be happy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bare minimum I can do is find a piece of happiness and not have to worry about, me having massive constipation after I eat. So then I want to skip meals and then I don't want to eat. And then
Right.
I don't want
Right.
to eat in public because then I have a gas and I'm
Mhm.
burping or,
Yep.
like all these insecurities start to happen. And then that plays with your psyche and that
Yep.
rolls into the stress. And then that rolls in how you deal with
Right.
everything else in life. And next thing you know, this one thing that could have just been a one-on-one situation, you and you,
Mhm.
is down involved your entire world.
Yep. Yep.
And it's not fair.
No. No.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Right.
You deserve better.
Absolutely. So, get it together. Get your digestion together. You know, I meant to mention this, but before I forget, I'm gonna whisper it. Yeah.
Mm,
High blood pressure,
high blood pressure,
and people talk about, the greasy foods and the
greasy
this and
food,
that and all
fried
the
foods.
fried food,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff.
Mm.
You know what the real culprit is?
What is it?
Sugar.
Oh.
Sugar.
Mhm.
When you peel the onion back, what's the root?
Yeah.
Sugar.
It's
But we won't get into that because that take another 30 minutes.
Mhm. We will have to deep
Yeah,
dive into
yeah,
that.
yeah. But there's a
'Cause y'all be real quick to be like, "I'm not gonna have any fruit, it has too much sugar."
that
Stop it.
yeah.
Boy, bye. Y'all play too much. Like that. Okay,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
I digress.
But no, that's true, and you gotta understand sugar and what it does and why it is so bad for you.
Mhm.
Um, and not all sugars, okay? That's the thing, and we love to put a blanket on it. All of them terrible. I'm not gonna do this and that and the other thing. Ah. No, some are good for you in certain amounts, okay? So it's not like it's the bad guy in everything, but it is the bad guy in a lot of things. But anyway, that's something I just meant to touch on because that is a big industry. They keep playing around with what your blood pressure should be. And should it be 120? Should it be 125,
Yeah,
130, 140? Oh, what's good? Well, let's get it back down to what it was when you were 15 years old.
yeah. Not possible.
Well,
I'm not 15, nor do I wanna be.
them tires on the car do wear out. They don't last for 100,000 miles, okay? I mean, they don't. So,
But at the same time, when you're truly taking care of yourself, and you can start today and
mhm,
say, "This moving forward, I'm gonna be the best health I'm gonna be,
yep,
period," and it can
mhm,
happen.
yep, yep,
But it's truly understanding where you're at, where you wanna be, and then the plan to get there. But you can honestly, we were talking about this before we started, you can reverse the clock.
mhm,
There is a
mhm,
such thing. This whole fountain of youth thing, is it a myth? Is it it's actually there's some truth behind it.
quite a bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Quite
But
a
you
bit.
have to have all of you working in unison, this synchronicity that you have within your body. Like you are a whole ass machine
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're only treating parts of it. But once you get all of the parts functioning as a cohesive unit, then and only then will the clock start teetering back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just and it's science and it's proven.
So on that point, what we were talking about before we came on the air, when one is able to get their digestion good, to the point of good, we're not even saying great, optimal, we gotta get to good first. When you have good digestion, the thing that starts to happen is your body you got good digestion, you're absorbing well, all that kind of stuff. Your body will start to produce what it needs, whether it's vitamins, minerals, other things that it needs. It will start to produce those things because it's getting nutrients and food that it needs. Okay. Now, you still may need targeted supplementation, but guess what that starts to do now? Your body has part of what it needs because it's making it. You put in some more of what it needs, and then it goes, guess what? I'm going to work on two things now. I'm
Mhm.
going to work on getting you to a level of good health, and I'm going to start working on longevity. What is longevity? Turning the clock back.
That's what
But
it is.
it starts with digestion.
Mhm.
So that's the big deal.
Mhm.
That's the aha of the day. A lot of people know you need to digest, but why? Why?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You wanna slow down aging?
Mhm. Boom.
Just it.
It's, like, so simple. It's like, "You are what you eat."
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
all these cliche statements, y'all know we love some statements, you know what I mean, and phrases, but it is really that easy and that difficult at the same time. Once you truly understand, we're just not eating to this, like, sustain and make it to the next day. You are either eating to live or you're eating to die.
Yep.
Point blank. That's it. So it's your
True.
choice.
True.
Now I don't want to hear about budget. I want to hear about time because if the Grim Reaper was sitting here, and that's usually what it takes for your doctor to be like, "Yo, you need to change something. You got 6 months, you got a year, but if you don't, this is where it's going to end up." And it's like, "Do you have your paperwork in order?" That
Mhm.
conversation,
Yeah.
and don't nobody want to hear that conversation.
No, no.
Especially if you know there's something you can do about it. But
Right.
why are we waiting for the Grim Reaper to come to have a conversation with us or be riding in the back seat?
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Backseat
Yeah.
driving. Like,
Yeah.
why? Right.
Yeah.
You can choose it. You deserve it. We all deserve it. And it's just you just have to have enough courage to love yourself enough to be like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I'm not talking about trying it for a week. We're going to do a detox. We're going to do no. This has to be a decision. If you want to take, 90-day increments, fine. 6 months would be ideal. Like I'm gonna do this
Mhm.
6 months. You may fall off a couple days, whatever, but you're still moving forward.
Right. Right.
That's the key. That's when the rubber hits the road. That's when you start to see it. Journaling, writing things down so that you
Mhm.
can go back and look at it and be like, oh damn, I lost 3 pounds or I lost 5 pounds
Yep.
or my
Yep.
hair started growing, or I don't have any bloating, or my knees don't pop anymore when I get up and down. Like
Yep.
you'll notice little changes and you have to like applaud yourself and give yourself a virtual high five for those accomplishments. But there's no way to do it if you're not charting it, if you're
Right.
not
Right.
documenting it. Like y'all be on social media stalking everybody out with the fantasy football. You know everybody's stat, but you don't even know your own stats. Like,
Ooh.
come on,
Ooh.
dog. What are
Ooh.
we doing?
Ooh. Ooh.
Sorry.
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
ain't sorry. And another thing.
Lay the gauntlet down. I like it. That's
Yeah.
nice. But yeah, it's a wake up call. Really, it's a wake up call. And if you guys got questions, don't know where to start, how to start, whatever,
We're here.
contact us.
Yeah.
Contact us. You know how to get in contact with us. You
Yeah.
know, you can go on, you can respond to the podcast, DM us, email us. That'll be in there. Go on our websites. That'll be in there. And just contact
Smoke
us.
signal, carrier
Yeah, yeah,
pigeon,
whatever.
like, we do it all.
Whatever. Yeah,
Sign
yeah, yeah,
language.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
starting to read lips too, so we can do that too if you
Uh-oh.
don't.
No.
But yeah, so you guys just keep doing it.
Yep,
Keep doing what
yep,
you're doing. We're here to tell you that you are doing the right thing. You're not being selfish. This is called self-love.
yep,
So
yep.
keep loving on yourself.
Just one thing to add. We tell you this because we want you to be better. We have made ourselves better. We've done this. I mean, we're not just pontificating,
Yeah.
this, that,
Ooh,
the other thing.
pontificating.
You know, my adrenals are, last time I measured them, 8 years younger than what I actually am.
Mm,
8 years I backed up the
yeah.
clock.
So you almost got a decade
Yeah.
backing
And
up.
I haven't stopped. I mean, I put it into a higher gear, maybe get back further, so it can be done. And the thing is, we're speaking from experience.
Mhm, and this having this conversation holds us accountable. Like, we're human, we may fall off a day or
Yeah.
2 or
Yeah.
a week, I don't know,
Yeah.
but the thing is about it is we're holding ourselves accountable, we're gonna hold
Hmm.
you accountable, we're
That's
gonna
right.
hear and support you and this community. That's what we're trying to build, a community of true support, of people that have been there and understand what it's like to not go to Bosa Donuts. We
Hmm.
understand what it's like, you're too tired to go for that walk, but at some point have to push past that.
Yeah.
That
You have
that
to.
the beauty of it and success is on the other side of that.
Yep. Yep.
And it's just it's
Worth the
one
journey.
step. It's totally worth the journey.
Yep. So with that, peace out. We're
Bye.
out of here.
See ya.